Chapter 1: The Arrival. The heavy clang of metal gates echoes as the sound of echoing footsteps fills the air, accompanied by low murmurings of conversations and a distant siren wailing. When I first stepped through those gates, a wave of disorientation washed over me. The air was thick with the scent of steel and regret, pressing down on my chest like a weight. I had always imagined prison from a distance, seeing it as a place for punishment, but I never comprehended how profoundly it would change me. As the door slammed shut behind me, I felt like a ghost, trapped in a life that was no longer my own. The guards barked commands, their voices sharp and unyielding, and I am lost amidst a sea of faces, each marked by their own sorrows. This place doesn't care about innocence or guilt. It's a world ruled by survival. I know now that I must navigate this new reality, battling my own despair while searching for a flicker of hope. Chapter 2: The Bonds We Forge. The lively sounds of laughter, mixed with sharp debates in communal areas, create an ambiance rich with camaraderie and conflict, echoing off the cold, gray walls. It's strange how in this place of confinement, I've found friendships that feel more genuine than any I've had outside. We unite in our shared experiences, the heavy weight of our pasts and the dreams we hold on to, despite these unforgiving walls. During meals, amidst the clanking of trays and boisterous arguments, we swap stories revealing secrets that lay buried under layers of hurt and regret. There's something powerful about vulnerability. It connects us, weaving bonds of brotherhood that withstand the adversities of prison life. We laugh together, cry together, and in this chaotic environment, we've discovered a profound sense of belonging. The friendships forged here become lifelines, reminding us that even within the darkest corners, hope and solidarity can thrive. Chapter 3: The Daily Struggle. The monotonous sounds of daily prison life fill the air, keys jangling, fluorescent lights buzzing, and the distant thud of a basketball bouncing in the yard. Each day in here feels like a mirror reflecting the last. The sameness can be suffocating, a relentless cycle of wake-up calls, roll calls, and dividing our meager meals. Yet, amid the monotony, I've learned to find solace in the smallest moments. The laughter shared over a board game or a hand of cards feels like a lifeline to the outside world. I cherish the unexpected kindnesses, a smile from a guard, or an extra piece of bread handed down the table. Even the view from the yard is a reminder that beauty exists, where the mountains stand sentry against the horizon. This ordinariness, paradoxically, is where I find my strength. Each repetitive day is a chance to redefine resilience and seek connection in an unforgiving place. Chapter 4: In Search of Redemption. The creaking of solitary confinement doors opening, faint sobbing echoing in the stillness, and subdued murmurs of conversations drifting from neighboring cells. Inmates' entry. In this place of confinement, every day feels like a battle against the shadows of my past. Solitary confinement is a cruel reminder of the choices I've made, but it also offers an unexpected gift: time for reflection. I began writing, pouring my heart onto the pages, each word a step towards understanding my truth. Some say I'm wasting my time, scribbling into the void, but each entry is a confrontation with my demons. I'm searching for redemption, a flickering flame amidst the darkness that surrounds me. Through writing, I hope to find clarity, to break free from the cycles of regret and shame. Perhaps, if I can learn to forgive myself, I can emerge from these bars not just as an inmate, but as a person capable of change. Chapter 5: Transformation. The gentle notes of inspirational music blend with the sounds of pages turning, pens scratching against paper, and the soft hum of a group discussion. In this confined existence, I've realized that transformation is possible, even within these walls. I stumbled upon painting as an outlet, and it has redefined my view of this place. No longer just cold steel and concrete, I now see prison as a canvas where my emotions can flow freely. Each brushstroke tells a story of pain, yes, but also hope, resilience, and a longing for redemption. As my friends and I gather for art sessions, there's an electricity in the air. We're no longer just inmates. We're artists, creators forging a new identity. Through creativity, I've discovered parts of myself I thought were lost forever. The colors I choose reflect not just my past, but my aspirations for a brighter future. Here, among the echoes of despair, I find the audacity to dream again. Chapter 6. The Parole Hearing. The tense quiet of a courtroom, the rustle of papers, and the sound of a gavel striking. Inmate's entry. Today is my parole hearing. I can feel my heart racing as I sit with the weight of my past heavy on my shoulders. This moment feels like a crossroads. I can almost hear the whispers of my mistakes echoing within these gray walls. The board member's gaze pierces through me, judging not just my actions, but the very essence of who I am. I've spent countless hours reflecting on my journey, the choices that brought me here, and the person I'm striving to become. I can't help but wonder, will they see the changes in me? I gather my thoughts and share my truth, hoping they can hear the sincerity in my voice. As I speak, I'm reminded that this is not just about freedom. It's about reclaiming my life and proving that change is possible. Chapter 7. The Outside World. Audio atmosphere. The sounds of nature blending with distant traffic, birds chirping, children laughing, and the rustle of leaves create a vibrant backdrop. Inmate's entry. Stepping outside those prison gates for the first time felt like a renaissance. The world burst into colors and sounds I had forgotten existed, each note of laughter breaking the silence that had enveloped me for so long. But with this overwhelming freedom came a wave of anxiety. In prison, I had learned to navigate the chaos of confinement, but in this vast, lively world, I felt small and vulnerable. Every pigeon cooing and child's shout became reminders of time lost. The sunlight felt foreign on my skin, yet I was filled with hope. I have a second chance, but it's daunting. I carry my past with me like a shadow, but I also carry the strength I discovered behind bars. The journey ahead is uncertain, but I'm determined to make it count. Chapter 8. First Steps of Fridio Atmosphere. The sound of footsteps on pavement, birds chirping, and faint echoes of city life. Inmate's entry. As the prison gates swung open for the last time, the flood of light blinded me. I took my first steps into the outside world, heart racing with a mix of apprehension and exhilaration. The crisp air felt foreign and filled my lungs with a sense of freedom I had yearned for. I marveled at the simple beauty around me, trees swaying, the laughter of children in the distance. Everything seemed vibrant, almost surreal. Yet as I walked, the weight of the past lingered in my mind, reminding me that freedom comes with its own challenges. I felt both liberated and lost, grappling with how to navigate this new reality. Every step was a reminder of the journey ahead, a path paved with uncertainties, hopes, and the determination to redefine my life. I was not just stepping out of prison, I was stepping into a new beginning. Chapter 9. The Struggle to Reinvent. The distant sound of a clock ticking, mixed with the rustle of a crisp resume and the quiet chatter of a job interview in a cafe. The tension is palpable, punctuated by the occasional clink of coffee cups. Walking into this cafe, a world filled with potential and possibility, fills me with equal parts excitement and dread. It's been months since I've stepped outside those prison walls, yet I feel like an imposter in this new reality. The truth hits hard. A prison record is like a scarlet letter that indelibly marks you. I see the barista's eyes darting to my hands. I wonder if they can sense my past. It's hard to shake off the label of ex-con, but I remind myself that I'm more than my mistakes. Each rejection stings, yet I hold on to a flicker of hope. I'm fighting to prove my worth to others, and more importantly, to myself. The sound of footsteps approaches, signaling a new chapter. One of resilience and transformation awaits beyond these doors. Chapter 10. Ghosts of the Past. Echoing memories fill the air, with soft whispers of regret and the distant sound of chains clinking. As I navigate life outside these walls, I find myself haunted by the ghosts of my past. Each street corner, every familiar face, triggers memories I wish I could forget. The weight of my mistakes presses down like a heavy shroud. I can't escape the echoes that remind me of who I once was. There are moments when I glance in the mirror and see not just the person I've become, but the person I used to be, lost and broken. Yet I've learned that confronting these shadows is part of healing. I acknowledge that they shape my journey, but they do not define me. Each day presents a choice: to be consumed by regret or to honor my past by forging a better future. In accepting my history, I step closer to freedom, not just from prison, but from the chains of my own making. Chapter 11. Finding Community. The sounds of a community gathering fill the air, voices sharing stories, laughter, and the soft clinking of cups. Inmates entry. In prison, I learned the importance of connection. At first, I felt entirely alone, surrounded by walls that echoed my despair. But then something extraordinary happened. I discovered a community of men and women like me, individuals seeking understanding, solace, and strength. We would gather during free time to share our stories, our fears, and our dreams. Those moments became a lifeline, transforming bars into bonds. Here I found acceptance, a shared understanding of pain, but also of healing. We encouraged each other to embrace change and hold on to hope. As I look around at the faces that reflect my journey, I realize that if we're to find redemption, we can't do it in silence. Together, we are rewriting our narratives, crafting a tapestry of resilience and support that transcends these walls. Audio transition. The atmosphere fades into a hopeful melody, reflecting the power of community. Chapter 12. Building a New Identity. Audio atmosphere. The sounds of busy streets rush around. A mix of laughter, honking cars, and snippets of casual conversations fill the air. Inmates entry. Walking down these streets feels surreal. The world is alive in ways I never appreciated before. Each face tells a story, but I am no longer just an inmate. I am someone who belongs here. At first, I grappled with my label, haunted by my past, but I learned that I can redefine who I am. I'm not just a product of my mistakes. I'm a mosaic made up of experiences, both good and bad. Engaging with the community, I found people who see my potential rather than the prison bars I left behind. Each new connection pulls me further from the shadows of my past, helping me construct a new identity, one built on resilience, hope, and the desire to contribute. The journey isn't easy, but with every step, I feel stronger, more whole, and ready to embrace my future. Chapter 13. The Ripple Effect. Conversations about change echo softly in the background, intertwined with uplifting sounds of community efforts, children laughing, a distant clapping of hands, and gentle music creating an atmosphere of hope. As I step into this new chapter of my life, I've realized that my journey doesn't end with my freedom. Sharing my story becomes an empowering act, not just for me, but for others who still feel trapped by their pasts. I've started visiting local community centers to speak about redemption and resilience, and every time I tell my story, I see eyes light up with understanding. It's incredible how a simple narrative can inspire hope and spark change. Together, we form a network of support, lifting each other up. The ripple effect of our voices creates waves of transformation, encouraging others to break free from their chains. One story at a time. Redemption is contagious. It spreads, igniting the flame of change in those still searching for their way.